Hello everyone, Pupsker here. Okay, we're gonna make a Tower Fantasy tier list. If you guys didn't know, I'm on server Nightfall, and we have the crew Pup Gang, so feel free to join if you want. If not, that's fair enough. So, for the tier list, this is what we're gonna work with. You know, regular old tier maker list. I am terrible with names, so I'm gonna cross-reference it in real time with the in-game weapons like codex, right? We'll go to that after. So first off, we'll just get the super rares out of the way. The general idea is they're kind of all D and E tier, pretty much, because that's just kind of how it is, right? Other than maybe the Staff of Roses, because it's healing, so you could maybe put that at C. And then like D to E is just kind of your preference between the weapons. I myself think the hammer works pretty well. I think the bow would work pretty well. I don't like the spear even as a shield breaker. And I don't like the idea of the ice weapon one right now either. So I think that's where I would put the generals of the tier list if you were to ask me. But again, you can go to your weapons and go to the simulacra and just straight up check out everything here, right? So you have Hilda, which is the one that I believe, hopefully, I properly put, yeah, I did. I properly put her in E tier. I put everyone else around in a somewhat normal spot. Okay, we'll increase the size of the tier list here. Somewhat of a normal spot. So then out of these regular characters, the first I'm gonna throw down is Shiro. I think she's about like CB tier. I'll throw her, I think she's B tier. She's not anything amazing. She seems to be a shield breaker, DPS combo with not the best either way. Her kit seems decent enough, but it is physical, so that's just kind of meh as well. Doesn't have any bonus damage usually for fights. So I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best. Let's drink up, everyone. Not the best, but that's where I'm gonna put her for now. So you can, if you want to cross-reference her, you got her right here, Shiro, with her second skin. And it is important to remember, they get buffs on awakening. So like when you get awakening points here for Shiro, little buff there. When you get awakening points here for Shiro, little buff there. I don't know the in-depth of every character right now as it's the beginning release of the game, but hey, it is what it is. Nah, the bottom left in this one doesn't matter. You don't need to see the bottom left. It's just up to your imagination. This is just a scroll wheel. This shit don't matter. So that's where I'd put Shiro right there, okay? The next I want to look at is ya boy, girl, if you will, Nemesis. So I've seen her put in a couple spots. She's a ranged shooting character, and she has a good chunk of buffs, I believe, through her awakening. Nemesis Metamorphosis, good. Nemesis Sublimation's really good. I'm gonna just throw her on right now S tier. I believe they nerfed her though, to be honest. They nerfed her for the global release. Holy shit, I don't know if she's actually down here. I don't think I'm blind. I just straight up think they didn't add her, or maybe she has an alt skin. Either way, I would put her as like S tier, right? Looks like these boyos only put regular characters, because I'm like, they didn't include her. So, whatever, that's fine, I don't care too much. Now that we got her out of the way, let's take a look at ya girl. Another of ya girls, Samir. She is the other shooting with a goddamn gun character, similar to Nemesis. Nemesis is like futuristic laser guns, more futuristic, whereas hers are like dual-wielded pistols. Samir, to my knowledge, is the godliest DPS at the moment. She has a special ability attack, like her air attack. She shoots the ground, does AoE, gets her out of harm's way, does a lot of damage. So right now, I believe she's just S tier DPS. I think that's what she is maining, right? So instead of being S tier support or something, oh no. She would be S tier DPS at the moment, okay? At the moment, but other than that, could probably Could probably be tuned down a little bit if we're being honest. So next we have Meryl right here, ya girl. She is a Claymore shield breaker, I believe. Ice aspect, couple awakenings, cool rose. Oh, reduced frost damage received by Meryl and other stuff, right? Reduced frost damage and reduced duration of being frozen, right? Cool character overall, but I don't think she's one of the best shield breakers at the moment. She seems to be obviously one of the better ones, but when there's other ones that are ahead of her, I think she only comes in around right now either A, B tier. And if we're being honest with the way her passive works, I think she would be more so B tier. But the way that her attacks work are really nice. Like she has a AoE spin. I like her abilities. But hey, this is what it's looking like for now. Next up on the list, let's take a look at ya boy, Zero. Zero, I think, is a support DPS, has some splashed in healing there. So overall, a useful character, but not the highest in any regard to my knowledge. I think I would put Zero as well in B tier. I don't think this is one of like the strongest support damage splashed characters, but it always depends on what you think. You can play as any character, I should add. Like any of the characters are viable and pretty good. So, meh, you can play as anything as long as you like their kit. It's important to keep that in mind. As long as you have a good team composition, you complement each other well, have good setups, good bonuses, matrices, weapons, buffs, etc. As long as you're all good there, you got your stats down, you should be fine. So realistically, you don't have to follow a tier list. These are more for fun, right? For fun. Next up, we have Huma. She, I believe, yeah, she is a weird character, but cool character. Shield breaker, who has a shield that also doubles and transforms into an axe. All in all, cool character. I think I might put her actually above your girl here. It's between this, her and A tier or B tier. I think you could either way throw it pretty solidly, swap these two between A and B, but this is how I'm gonna put it here. I don't wanna make a waifu tier list because she would go burr, but this is like a usability strong tier list, like damage, usability, usefulness tier list as shield breakers, and I think she takes a little bit more than her. So, Huma, good for you. Clap, 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 clap. You get some points there. I'm so proud, so proud. Tsubasa, so I think she counts as DPS, like DPS range damage. The issue is, all the gun characters are just better than her, I would say. So she would solidly fall into A tier. I like how her bow works. It's frost, I think, right? So pretty cool overall. Icewind Arrow, yeah, pretty cool overall. But the gun characters are just better. Look, the goddamn skirt, silly puppy. Next up, we have ya boy King. So this is the S tier shield breaker right now. His attacks work really good, has a good kit, high damage, fire flame, and at 3 stars turns into Sephiroth and the most edgy anime protagonist available. So you can't be mad, Makes me feel like I'm playing Devil May Cry at the same time as well. It's like I'm finally becoming Dante. So he is without a doubt S tier shield breaker. And I think everyone would agree with this right now that he is the best. If you don't agree, I mean, that's fine. Still a really good character overall. Oh shit, maybe this is Nemesis. Maybe you're Nemesis. Maybe that was Nemesis. Is that Nemesis's secondary skin? Is that, oh shit, maybe it is, no, who the fuck is that? I might just be blind. We'll figure it out after anyways, whatever. It's because we got Huma there, and then we got Tsubasa there, nice. King. I had to give my dog the news, tell him how it is. Now, bedtime. Yeah, so we have Coco Ritter and Crow left over. Who the fuck? That probably is Nemesis then. Okay, Coco Ritter, Crow. Oh shit, do we have her right now? The blue hair person? Oh no! Or is that like Coco Ritter's second skin? No, I don't think we have that character at the moment. I think that's just an unreleased character. possibly this one as well, but we're gonna substitute her in for Nemesis. I believe once this character comes out, she is S tier. Really fucking good, by the way, but I'm not 100% sure as of right now for the global release, but I'm pretty sure she'll be S tier. Just once she's out, okay? Once she's out, just keep that in mind. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anyone because, yeah, tier lists out there are a lot for like China, not global. So same as it is. Next, we'll look over at Coco Ritter. So Coco Ritter right now is the strongest healer, right? So for now, Coco Ritter in my list would go S tier. Once another healer that replaces her comes out, I believe it's this character replaces her, they will knock her down more so to A tier. I could be wrong on this, but I think this is a healing character, or one comes out later. But for now, Coco Ritter is the best healer until they bring out a stronger healer. But there is important things to notice that there are side heal characters that do splash on heal. So if you're doing a full group, each character, or like each person in your group has 3 weapons. Not everyone, if you're running dungeons and stuff like that, raids if you will, world bosses, not everyone needs a heal weapon technically. So you can 100% build diversify depending on what your team composition is with weapons, right? You have your own individual comps and balancing, and then you can work that out with your team. So Crow, ya boy. I think Crow is a DPS, like main DPS, nice, who specializes in straight backstabbing. Like he is no shock, the goddamn assassin. Go to his awakening. Trait Crow Loner. When is not in a team, increase damage dealt and reduce damage received, right? Pog, Loner Crow go burr. So that's just a buff when playing solo. And it increases, and when you hit a higher level, it's even stronger. So that kind of sucks for team play, right? So no shock there. Crow is not an S tier. He's more A or B tier DPS. Pretty sure I would say A tier, especially when you're solo, but for team play, he might be more B tier. Depends on how you're looking at it, but he does get nerfed in a team, so definitely not A tier. This, everyone, is how I would set up my general tier list with a clear difference in power between SSR and SR. So, hey, think about that. Maybe wrong, maybe right, but it's also up to opinion. Play whoever the fuck you want, okay? Play your anime waifus, play your anime husbandos. That's what I'm going to be doing. If we take a look at a couple other tier lists, right? Let's just see how they're ranking people. This tier list, Tower Fantasy on mrguider.org. So 1 is best and 5 is lowest. So they say King Shiro. Oh, Samir is tier 1. Okay. Nemesis as well. Fair enough. Tsubasa, Crow, Huma, Claudia, and Cobalt B, tier 2. Some of these characters are unreleased, I believe, so don't worry about it. Meryl, Coco Ritter, and Zero as tier 3. Okay. I'm purely putting Coco Ritter higher because she's like the only good, I'd say, higher tier healer, but it really depends. Pepper, Hilda, Echo, Ain, and Bai Ling at lowest tier. Interesting. Why even make a tier 5 if you don't? I mean, I guess everything's okay or below average. Fair enough. So, yeah, I don't think we have Claudia yet. So there are a lot there. Not too bad. Let's see, this next tier list is by Pocket Tactics. Wow, very pog. They go Samir, King, Nemesis, Meryl, Coco Ritter, Crow, Tsubasa, Huma, Shiro, Zero for A. B tier, they put Pepper, Staff of Scars. C, Pummeler, Feather. Yeah, and then, so similar tier listing to me, but they threw all of the fucking SR characters in either A or S. Or sorry, SSR characters, either A or S. So, yeah, lazier IMO, lazier. For shame. Except with Hilda, I think they shat on Hilda more so. RIP. And then this final one throws Samir, Nemesis, and King S+. S is Coco Ritter, Crow, and Tsubasa. Okay, interesting. A, Huma, Meryl, Shiro, Zero. Okay, and B, Bai Ling, Ain, and Pepper. I mean, like, okay, fair enough. C, Echo, Hilda, And then D is just Burr. Oh, Biling is the fucking SR character. Oh, gotcha. I wouldn't disagree with a lot of these. Yeah, a lot of the tier lists seem to be pretty similar after all, because at this point, yeah, a lot of the SSR characters are just strong, especially once you start unlocking and awakening them more often. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Everyone for joining. I do appreciate it. As always, like, sub, favorite, check out the Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Epic Games Store, creator code Pupsker. I have all the social medias. I'm Pupsker everywhere. You should be able to find me. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you next time. Peace.